final pieces, final finishing touches to my new collection, which is called Coven. So let me show you one of the pieces to start with. So each piece is a witch. Hopefully that should be quite obvious. um, and they are made from recycled, upcycled and reclaimed materials. So each one has got a body made from old doll parts. This particular one has got a dessert spoon and I think a fork, or possibly two forks, inside to give her dress some structure and also to give her some weight as well. And she's been adorned with a piece of tiger eye crystal. She's also got this piece of crystal here, which I think is a form of amber, but I'm still identifying this piece. But it's special because it came from a friend that I've known since I was 7, and it was gifted to me. So, and she is a Reiki healer. She works with crystals, so all of her crystals have particular special healing properties. I've also added some more bits of tiger eye and that gorgeous little tiger eye mushroom there too as well. And she's been painted with acrylic paint to give her this lovely autumny colour. So today I'm just checking the pieces and doing a quick quality control check and making sure that I'm happy. So I'm looking for where there might be little bits where I need to paint a bit more. And I've spotted some on her, so I'm just going to work on those. So on her hair, you probably can't see very well because of there we are. So just about here, the colour's a bit too light for what it should be. So I've just got some acrylic paint and I'm just painting over the bits that are too light. These literally are like finishing touches. Just little dabs of paint here and there just to finish the piece off. Like under there, I can see where I've got some white paint under her sleeve there, and that shouldn't be there. So I'm just going to go in underneath her arm dead carefully and push a bit of black paint up there without getting it on her wrist, of course. And where else? I saw something else that needed to be done. Maybe not. I might have to come back to this one and see if I can spot what it is. I think I have actually. I might have to come back to that one. Then this is another one of the pieces. So she is a crone figure, and I love her beautiful long grey hair. And she's holding an amethyst crystal, a real amethyst crystal, and she's got various little amethyst crystals around her dress. And there's a few finishing touches I need to do, and it's mainly around her hair because I had to add in some more hair here, and this is too black. So I'm going to paint in the sort of the mauvey lilac-y colour. So to do that, I'm just mixing up some white acrylic and some black, sort of that kind of colour. Just mixing it into a grey, adding a dash of mauve, just a little tiny bit, so it's very subtle. And then I'm painting it in. So can you see where I've started to paint? And if I can do this backwards without painting part that I shouldn't paint, probably not. If I put some there, you can see the colour. So what I'm doing is just adding the final touches to the highlights of the hair, just so that the hair blends in nicely with the rest of the sculpture piece. So it's starting to blend in nicely now. Add a little bit more black because some parts of the hair need to be a bit more grey. Like that. So you can see where I've done one side versus the other side. Just looking at some comments to see what people are saying. Oh, Musin, hopefully I've said that correctly, says hello. Hello. If you're wondering what you've stumbled across, I am painting the final touches to my witches in my new art collection, and they're going to be going to the Festival for Pagans and Witches, which is at the end of at the start of May, so not very far away at all now. So I'm just making sure that I've got enough pieces and enough work really for the event, because it's quite a big festival. It runs across 3.5 days. So we start selling at well, we can start selling middle of the day on the Friday, and we sell all the way through to the end of the festival on the Monday. So it's full on, and hopefully we're going to be busy. Hopefully us artists are going to be busy, and hopefully sell lots as well, because as an artist, it's how I make my money. So yeah, selling stuff's good. You can't eat canvas. Well, you can, be a bit chewy. So I'm painting in the hair. You see the difference now? It just knits together the additions that I had to make to her, and just brings, that's better, this is much better, just brings together the whole sculpture. So I'm just going to come down a little hair down there, and that'll make it stand out against her cloak. See this bit here? It was black and now it's got this lovely lilac-y colour, so that makes it stand out against the blackness of her cloak. So just a quick check around her, make sure that I'm happy that there's nothing else that needs to be done. I have to check all angles because sometimes you miss things. And I think that's good. Just a little bit of black needed in here. And I think that might be done. Oh no, I've just spotted another piece. See, this is the thing, you have to look and look and look, because there's always little bits that you don't spot the first time round. Only little things, but it's the little things that make the difference, isn't it? It's as with a lot of things in life, it's the small details that make the difference between something being mediocre and something being extra special. And I want all of my witches to be extra special because they're all part of a coven, and that's what you call a group of witches when they meet. It's known as a coven. And I thought, when I first started to make these, I thought, oh yeah, gotta call the collection, got to call the collection Coven. It has to be. Oh yeah, there we are. I think that's probably as much as I want to do. So I don't want to spoil her, because sometimes you can overwork things. You know, you can keep going at something and then actually you end up making a mistake, or making something not as good as it was before. Just want a bit more grey black in there, just to blend that hair in there. There. Might run a little bit just round the frame of her face. Just a little bit. I've got to be very careful not to paint the white part of her face. I think that will do, otherwise I'm going to spoil her. There we go. So I think she's finished. I'm just going to look at the comments and see if I've answered anyone's questions. So Joy, I hope I've said your name right. Joy says, even flaws can look beautiful. Keep going. It looks really good already. So thank you. Would you like to see the rest? I'm going to show you them anyway. So this one needs a bit of work doing. So she, at the minute, she's all black, but I think that she's going to look better with a brush of gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this brush, which looks like it's been in the wars. Well, it has actually. Joy is saying, yes, I'd like to see them all. And fabric details look so good. Thank you, thank you. It's fabric. It's actually fabric. It's an old shirt, an old polo neck. So I keep things, all sorts of odds and ends, and I use fabric hardener to get the fabric to be hard. So I'm just going to get some gold paint on the end of my brush and just add a touch of black because I don't want it to be like too garish. It's almost a bronze. And then I wonder if I can do this backwards. I'm just going to brush, just brushing where the folds of the dress are with this dry brush. So it's just touching the details and it picks up. Can't believe I can do this backwards. It picks up the folds of the fabric. Can you see? And it really highlights them. I'm just going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Because this part doesn't take long at all. It's literally just touching the colour on. It's really not a lot of colour I'm putting on here at all. But because the fabric is 3D, it makes it stand out. So if I show you on the back now, just pick up a little bit more of the colour. Do you see how it picks up the folds of the fabric? So I'm just, whilst I'm not talking, I'm just going across the back of her body. That's probably the right word for it, isn't it? Her form, I think. Just putting just dashes. It's ever so slight, ever so subtle. And then all of the texture in the piece is captured by this brushwork. And then I'm going to do a little bit on the hat as well. So just a bit more, just a dash of black, bit of gold to make this bronzy colour. And then I'm just brushing. That's it, that's really it. Just picked up a bit more gold. Ooh, I've got a piece of orange peel in there. I'll tell you why in a minute. So that's, there it is. I've got orange peel. It's actually, I'll tell you where the orange peel is from. This witch, she's got a little jar of orange peel there, but on her dress. So orange peel is for sort of abundance and luck. So she's got some of that, and I managed to get some on my palette, and I picked it up with a brush, but I've got rid of it. There we go. Doesn't that look different? Doesn't that look different? So whilst I'm just holding this there, I'm just going to look at the picture, the words that people are saying. So JM Clover says, wow, it looks so good, thank you. Joy says, you seriously need more attention, your work is amazing. Thank you so much. Hopefully, hopefully that's why I'm taking the plunge and going live to try and show more people my work. It's yeah, thank you. Oh, lots of hearts and everything coming. Joy says, I honestly want to steal it from you now. Well, you're welcome to have her. All of the work is for sale. Whilst it will be going to the festival, the point is to sell it. So um, I want each one to have her own home. There we are. So JM Clover says, what's it made from? So it's made from all different things. So fabric hardener, a wooden base, an old faux fur that I've used fabric hardener with to make the hair texture, old doll parts to make the hands, clay for the face. This is an old piece of a watch, an old watch. And then I've added in these little potion bottles and then a little crystal as well to go with her. So each one is quite special, totally unique, and carries a different energy. And I will write a little card to go with each one that explains the crystal that she has, the little jar of whatever it is that she's got and what that means, so what the energy of the piece is. And of course I'm going to give them all names. So let me show you another one of them. So this is she reminds me of the sea when I started to paint her clothes. She just looks like she stepped out of the ocean, doesn't she? And she's got a crystal there that came from an old necklace. So if everything's reclaimed, it all has a story, and that's what imbibes each witch with the energy that they have. So I may as well show you them all, eh? Let's just get them out. So then there's this little one. Look at her. She's got a little cauldron that's made of clay, the cauldron, and she's carrying a piece of iron pyrite or fool's gold, little moon emblem on her chest. Then she's got a crystal on her hat, and then she's got some lovely pieces of citrine crystal, and she's got a little jar of rosemary. There we are. So I'm just going to look at the comments again. Lots of people are commenting. Joy says, if I had the money now, honestly, I'd have the whole collection. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Well, look, if you're interested in one of the pieces, do drop a comment, sort of like and subscribe, all that stuff. But you can get hold of me if you just put Claire Valentine Art into Google, then all of my bits and pieces come up, social media and everything. It's all there. And if you keep an eye on my YouTube, if you subscribe, you can find everything there as well. That's probably the easiest way. She also says, I love how each one looks like they have their whole lore and story. I can't help but imagine their story. Oh, thank you. And then J.M. Clover says, did you make that? Yes, these are all handmade from scratch. Each piece of artwork is fashioned from little bits, odds and ends. And I think it through in my mind. This is kind of how creation works. I think it through in my mind how I want them to look and how I'm going to actually make them together, because if you get the order wrong, it could be like catastrophic. So you have to think in stages in 3D, which is actually quite complicated. Have I shown you all of them? Oh, there's one more. Hold on. There it is. These last two ladies, which I'll show you just before I disappear. So this one is another one of my crone witch figures. She's got an amethyst on her little hat, and because she's an older lady, she's quite stooped and quite crooked, and she's got a little amethyst gem here attached to her walking stick, and she's got amethysts at the hem of her robes. Isn't she lovely? I'm way too attached to these pieces. Um, you're supposed to be like ready when you've made something. You're supposed to be ready to say, oh, okay, yeah, I can sell these pieces, but like, um, yeah, I'm really in love with these pieces. So this is Rose. Isn't she lovely? So she's got rose quartz, of course, on her hat. She's got a little heart motif on her chest, and she's got a piece of, I think it's rose. It looks to be rose quartz to me. It's definitely rose. And then she's got, what are those pieces? Oh, rosemary, of course. It's got to be rosemary herb, hasn't it? There we are. A little jar of probably would move actually. Yeah, see, real rosemary herbs in there. Oh, and I'll put some extra little ones at the back there. So that's Rose, and that's the set of witches. Um, so this is called Coven, this collection, and they'll be all going live soon. I'll be starting to talk about them lots and lots and lots over the next few weeks. And if you're interested in knowing more about my artwork in general, then please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I must remember to drop my newsletter subscription, but if you go to my website, you can find everything through YouTube. If you go to my website, you'll be able to find how to subscribe and get my emails there, where I do giveaways, competitions on the equinoxes and the solstices, and all sorts of other great stuff, including the Sunday spell. So I do the seventh day spell, and then a Monday mindset email, which is all around using magic to manage your mind, basically, because your mindset dictates how you experience your life. Whatever your life is, your mindset dictates how you experience your life, and it's a very powerful thing to know, but very, 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 very hard to do. And that's what I use my magic for. And I think that's a good note to end it there. So I'm just going to have a look to see if there's any more questions. Um, where we are. So Joy says, you honestly seem an amazing person with an interesting personality. I'm glad I've randomly found you. Thank you. I'm glad you randomly found me as well. Yeah, I'm not a bot. I am not AI. I do exist, and I'm sat here in Staffordshire in my art studio, which is the converted third bedroom, because I'm blessed with a spare room in my house. My husband kindly converted it to my studio, and this is where I spend a lot of happy time, making all of my artwork pieces in my own little witchy world. See what else is said. Pay a Pun says they're pretty. Did you make them? Yes, I did. Said they're beautiful. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm heartwarmed now to have all these lovely comments. So I'm going to head off now, and I'm wishing you a lovely afternoon, and I hope to see you again on this rather strange channel that you've stumbled across. And enjoy the Easter weekend if that's what you're celebrating this weekend. Okay, bye for now.